Hello everyone! Let me introduce myself. My name is Nabila Alyza Ananda with MSc. I'm from Slamet Riyadi University, Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, English Education Department. I'm on my second semester in class 2 and my NPM is 225200029. In this opportunity, I'm going to tell you about one of the materials in phonology, active and passive articulators. But before we talk about those materials, I want you to know what phonology is. Phonology is the branch of linguistics that studies the patterns, rules, and organization of the sound units in a particular language. In phonology, we discuss the sounds of language and how they can be associated with each other and create words. Now you know what phonology is? Then let's talk about active and passive articulators. The active articulator is the part of the vocal tract that moves in order to form a constriction. The passive articulators is the part of the vocal tract that the active articulator comes closest to in forming the constriction. The place of articulation of a speech sound is the place in the oropharyngeal tract with the strongest constriction during sound production. To produce p, we make a complete closure between the lower lip and the upper lip. To produce t, we make a complete closure between the tip or the plate of the tongue and the alveolar ridge. To produce k sound, we make a complete closure between the back of the tongue and the velum. I know that you will be wondering which one is the active articulators and which one is the passive articulators. I'll tell you all of it, but first I want you to look at this picture. Here you can see all of the articulators and I'll tell you the adjective corresponding to the nouns for each articulator. Number 1 is exolabial, number 2 is endolabial, next is dental, alveolar, number 6 is prepalatal, number 7 is palatal, number 8 is velar, number 9 is uvular, number 10 is pharyngeal, number 11 is glottal, number 12 is epiglottal, number 13 is radical, number 14 is posterodorsal, number 15 is anterodorsal, number 16 is laminal, number 17 is apical, and then the last one is subapical. The first one that I will tell you is the active articulators. The first one is labium or lip in Latin. Is the lower lip. The apex or tip in Latin is the tip of the tongue. And lamina or plate in Latin is the plate of the tongue, while the dorsum or back in Latin is the back of the tongue. Next is the passive articulator. Labium is the upper lip. And then next is the dentist or teeth in Latin is the upper teeth. And then the alveoli or patience in Latin is the alveolar ridge or the gums, means the back half, which is called the post alveoli. And then the palatum and the velum are the hard palate. The lower part of the velum is the uvula. Here you can see the table for active and passive articulators, like I told you before. I make the table so you can understand it more and make it simple for you. And next is terms for active and passive articulators are combined to define places of articulation. For example, when the active articulator is apical and the passive articulator is alveolar, the place of articulation is apical alveolar. Two terms are irregular. We use bilabial instead of labial and labiodental instead of labiadental.
Quite often it is practical to mention only the active or the passive articulator. For example, alveolar is a common denominator for apical alveolar and laminal alveolar. For palatal, velar, and uvular sounds, it is superfluous to mention the active articulator, which in these cases is always the dorsum. And retroflex consonant, which strictly are sublaminar and prepalatal, that is the active articulator, is the area behind the apex under the tongue, while the passive articulator is the front part of the palatum. However, the symbols for the retroflex consonant are also commonly used for apical post-alveolar sounds. Retroflex consonants are common in India.
I think that's it for my explanation of active and passive articulators. The conclusion is active articulator is the part of the vocal tract that moves in order to form a constriction, such as the lower lip and tongue. The passive articulator is part of the vocal tract that the active articulators come closest to in forming the constriction, such as the upper lip, upper teeth, roof of the mouth, and the rear wall. If you have any questions, criticism, or suggestion, you can comment down below this video. I'm really sorry if there is any pronunciation or any false information that I presented to you. I'm not an expert in this material, and I hope for your understanding. Lastly, I want to say thank you to all of you for watching this video. Stay tuned on my channel for more English education related videos. I hope you have a great day and see you next time. Bye bye.